back with another Simple Truth update. And before I get started, I want to definitely make a little side note here. This is not the same day. I know you see me wearing my brown hoodie again. Just one of my favorite hoodies. Whatever. It is what it is. I just thought I'd make that little side note. But I come in to you today, and I want to share something. And I really and truly need your undivided attention, because what I'm going to share with you, it may be enlightening to some, it may be shocking to others, but it may be something that those that are in the know, that are of the truth, will understand perfectly. And that is, no matter what you do, there is always going to be a faction. And I want you to really listen to me. There will always be a faction of those that will have an extreme view about certain things. Now, when I say this in regards to an article that I happened to see just a couple of days ago. Now, the article itself is about, if I remember correctly, the article itself is about a month old, maybe a little bit more. But it is important that you pay attention to how people are being portrayed. And I know you may be, really asking and wanting me to hurry up and get to the point. Well, for those of you who are familiar with the Simple Truth, you know that I am a believer in the Word. I am a believer in both the Torah as well as the renewed covenant. I'm not one that chooses what the Bible has to say about certain things. I take what the Bible says and I directly incorporate it into my life. And I have found out and I have discovered that I am a Hebrew Israelite. And for those that are new to the channel or are not familiar with this, you're going to say, well, are you a Jew?
What?
No, I am not. See, that is the conditioning that people have, and they don't understand what the Word actually says. They are more leaning toward their conditioning opposed to understanding the Word as it is. So, with that being said, and me talking about different factions and different extreme views, there are those, when people who are slightly in the know and in the understanding of certain things, when they hear Israelite, the first thing that they think about, or their first thing that their mind goes to, is these people that they see on YouTube that are dressed in these Power Ranger type looking outfits. And they are yelling and screaming at people and calling anybody other than black. They are calling them to be evil and the devil. And those are what you call Black Hebrew Israelites. See, the Bible says very clearly in both sections of the Word, whether you're a believer in the Bible or not, that's neither here nor there. If you know a little bit about the Bible, you know that the Bible has two parts. And I'm going to speak very plainly for those who are not learned or schooled. You have the Old Testament and the New Testament. And the school of thought out there is that the Old Testament is done away with because Jesus came, and now we only have the New Testament. The whole word is needed. You can't have part of the story and think that you're going to have the whole story. And I want to go back to that, and there is a article about a film that will be coming out, and this film has been in the making for a while. This was I remember first hearing or seeing about this about a year and a half ago, and the movie is going to star Danny Glover and Mekhi Phifer, and it's going to place Black Hebrew Israelites at the forefront of that movie. Now, for those of us that have any type of understanding, and even if you don't have any understanding, my question is, whether they be Black Hebrew Israelite or just the Israelite faith, because Hollywood will be getting their hands on it, do you have any confidence that this will be done the right way? And I'm going to tell you, in the words of Dikembe Mutombo, not in this movie, because I believe, this is me, Jermaine with the simple truth, I believe that now that the so-called Al-Qaeda threat is not as big as it once was, that the powers that be, the elite, have to create a new enemy, so that when someone sees this film, their conditioning will have them to put this tag of extremism, racism, and even terrorism in the minds of those that take everything that the media gives them as being truth and as being just the end all to be all when it comes to any type of information. So it is very important that those who have a belief in the creator of the universe, and you do follow the word, you follow and adhere to the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, that you have to be very, very, very alert and aware of what is going on out here, because your beliefs can be misinterpreted, can be twisted, distorted, and you could be placed into a bad light by the mass public. Now, am I saying that you have to do anything different, or that you change who you are and whom you believe in? No, not on this video. I'm just saying that we need to be very aware of what's going on around us. We must be aware of our surroundings. And with that, I just want you to be very, very, very cautious. Take a look at this article. I'm gonna put it here in the description. And all I say to you folks is that the simple truth of the whole matter is that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. So understand that this is a spiritual warfare that we are dealing with, that may eventually manifest itself as a natural warfare. This has been the simple truth. And as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound. But yet, they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll be sure to see you again on another episode real soon.